Think back to the last time you tried to teach a new skill to a child and compare it to teaching an adult. The two experiences feel entirely different. A classroom of kids will usually sit quietly and listen to a lecture. Adults, however, tend to pause you. They ask questions, compare your ideas to their own history, and frequently push back on the material. We often picture younger students like empty notebooks, ready to be filled with facts. But an adult learner carries a packed suitcase, overflowing with life experience. Force new facts into a full suitcase, and they bounce right off. Because of that history, adults rarely learn through passive absorption. They are purposeful learners. If they are going to spend their limited time and energy on a lesson, they require a specific approach to instruction. This specific study of how adults learn is called Andragogy. It examines the methods we use to teach people who already have a wealth of life experience to draw from. To teach adults effectively in an online environment, we cannot simply force new information into that packed suitcase. We have to understand exactly why and how they choose to open it up and make room for something new. When an adult logs into an online course, before they click play on a video or read a single paragraph, they silently ask one specific question. Why is this important for me? If a learner cannot see a clear path from the screen to their own life or career goals, their attention disappears almost instantly. Effective online modules solve this by showing the destination first. You map out exactly where this new knowledge fits into their world. Once you establish why a topic matters, you have to engage with that suitcase. The personal history they bring to the table is actually a teacher's most powerful tool. Rather than lecturing at your audience, a course should invite them in. Ask them to share examples, compare situations faced at work, and reflect on existing knowledge. This encourages the learner to open their existing knowledge base, pull out a relevant memory, and plug it directly into the new concept. When an online lesson connects immediate, real-world relevance to an adult's past experience, their understanding takes root deeply, and they grasp the material faster. Once they know why it matters, adults ask a second critical question. How can I use this? While younger students might tolerate memorizing lists for a test, adults prioritize solving problems. They want to know that the time they spend studying will translate into a skill they can use today. Online lessons succeed when they drop rote memorization for real scenarios. This allows the character to apply concepts immediately to fix a practical problem. Beyond practicality, adult learners also require a high level of flexibility and autonomy over their own learning journey. Adults bypass the rigid tracks of a forced curriculum to steer their own vehicle. Online platforms support this self-paced exploration by providing optional reading activities, self-paced modules, and open-ended discussion boards on their own terms. By giving adults practical tasks and handing them the steering wheel, an online course transforms a passive viewer into an active participant. When we look at these needs together, it becomes clear that online education, when built correctly, is the ideal environment for adult learners. Digital platforms can do things a physical classroom often cannot. They offer the specific mix of flexibility, self-direction, and real-world connection that adults require to thrive. A long, passive video lecture will quickly lose an adult audience. However, short, meaningful interactions where the learner makes choices and applies their knowledge lead to much higher engagement. This captures the core truth of the purposeful learner. Adults engage with a topic when they see a direct purpose for the information and know exactly how to fit those new tools into their existing lives. By treating adult learners like packed suitcases rather than empty notebooks, we honor the experiences they bring to the table. This shift in perspective makes online education a practical tool for growth rather than a chore.